Hi, friends. Happy New Year. I'm here to just let you know some of the astrological highlights of 2024. Every month, as I drop a new Cosmic Wisdom video, I will give you the updated kind of what's happening right now, more currently in the month ahead. But for the year upcoming, this will be a general overview of some of the planetary energies that are really important and at play. Please know that the way I understand astrology to be most useful and purposeful in your own life is to make it really individual to you. That means anything I offer or anything you hear or read from another astrologer about the astrology of 2024, you need to take that in the context of your individual chart of where things are happening in your life, what the interactions are with your sun, your moon, your Venus, your Mars, what houses things are happening in, and specifically with what your personal goals are, with what you're looking to do or change or grow around, what opportunities, and what decisions you're making in this year for yourself personally. So anything very general needs to really become unique to you. I'm available to do that work with you and look and explore that with you if you want. But just be cautious never to give away your power to anyone else, or, oh no, the astrologer said this is going to happen, and now there's some gloom and doom or fear. It, that's not helpful, right? And that's not helping you to grow, to give away that kind of power. The stars, the influence of the cosmos isn't doing anything to you. It's creating a certain energy that you're either feeling more or less consciously and choosing to work with more or less consciously for your own evolution and for your own benefit and for the good of others. So that's what I'm here to help you with. Okay, the first news is that on January 1st itself, the Jupiter will be moving direct. It's been retrograde for the last several months, and on January 1st exact, Jupiter goes direct. I love this as the start of 2024 because Jupiter is the great benefic bestower of blessings. Jupiter is connected to our sense of spiritual purpose and aspiration, our visions, our hopes, our dreams of what we imagine and have faith in that could be possible. Jupiter is very optimistic. Jupiter trusts in abundance, that whatever I give out to the universe will come back to me threefold. If I put good into the universe through my actions and my intentions, then I will be rewarded and will receive what I need in response. That is Jupiter. So Jupiter moving direct in Taurus, which has to do with our sense of security, stability, having enough. I am enough. I am valued by myself and others, self-worth. I love this as the beginning of 2024. Also, the sun, moon, and Jupiter happen to be forming a grand trine right at New Year's, in the 0 hour and minute of January 1st, 2024, there's a grand Earth trine involving the great luminaries and the great bestower of blessing. Earth is about being very grounded in real life manifestation. What is the plan? What is the next step? What is it I want, need? How would I work? What do I do next to make that happen? So the sun in Capricorn and Jupiter, Capricorn has ambition and goals, and what do I take seriously that I'm willing to commit my energy to? Jupiter has a sense of faithfulness and vision in Taurus of I am worth this and this is worthy. So what I value, will bring abundance. And then the moon is going to be in Virgo, and Virgo is very discerning. It really checks off all the boxes, gets all the information, weighs out, is this better or that better? And it's very discerning about being meticulous around doing it the right way, right? I like this energy too for the start of 2024, because if you have any goals for yourself, whether they're personal, professional, relationship, health, spirituality, growth, travel, whatever your personal goals are for 2024, there's this energy of beginning in a very grounded, realistic way, right? What are the action steps? Do I have all the information I need? What is the plan and what is the structure I'm going to create? Where is the time in my schedule that I'm going to give to this? How am I going to make it happen for myself in reality? So I love that. Another big thing happening well, just so you know, at the very beginning of the year, Mercury is retrograde until January 3rd. So some people are much more affected than Mercury retrogrades than other. If you're traveling, if you have to have important conversations with people, you may want to wait till Mercury goes full direct on January 3rd. The next big thing happening, and this is what you may, if you're listening to astrologers out there in the world, you may be hearing about Pluto moving into Aquarius. We got the very first dip of Pluto in Aquarius last year between March 23rd and June 10th of 2023. And then Pluto backed out again, and it's been retrograde all this time. It's moving back into Aquarius on January 20th, and it's going to be exactly conjunct the sun those days, January 20th to the 22nd. The last time Pluto was in Aquarius was between 1778 and 1798. So think about in American history, that was the independence, the American Revolution, the Declaration of Independence, the drafting of the Constitution. I think the French Revolution was in that same time frame. Aquarius is very much about breaking the chains and becoming more free, not having to follow everybody else's rules and the authority and the hierarchy, and really having a sense of like, let's level the playing field. I matter as much as the big guy, right? We're all human beings and we all deserve our essential dignity. And how do I want to be more free in my life? I am not a mundane astrologer who predicts world events and governments and politics. I'm going to leave that to other people to talk about. I am here for you. I want to help you make meaning of how are these archetypal energies affecting you in your life. So Pluto is very much about how we come into our own power and do our own transformational work and evolve through our experience with the dark stuff of life, through crisis and death and trauma, pain, power struggles. So when Pluto moves, it's been in Capricorn for the last 17 years. Pluto moving into Aquarius for you in your chart, you are going to feel this wherever you have Aquarius in your chart, whatever house that's in. If you have planets in Aquarius, Pluto moves very slowly. So if you have planets like me, the sun and moon way out in 25, 27 of Aquarius, it's not hitting that for another 18 years. But if you have planets in 0 or 1 or 2 degrees of Aquarius, Pluto's going to be hitting that. And that might be showing you a place that you can come into your own sense of power. You can reimagine and reawaken that aspect or energy of your life. Depending what house it's in, it might be a place where you may confront some darker things in that area of your life so that you can renew yourself around that and from those experiences. Aquarius opposes Leo and it squares Taurus and Taurus and Scorpio. So if you have strong placements in the early degrees of any of those signs, it's also going to be hitting you by opposition or square, which is going to create a little bit of a, hey, something needs to be looked at here so we can integrate that and kind of grow around that. It's going to be too uncomfortable to maintain the status quo. So it's pushing you to evolve in some area of your life in your chart, and that would show that. Jupiter has been in Taurus since last year, wherever that's been in your life. It would be curious to say, how have I grown and expanded? What have I learned? How have I had vision around that area of my life? In May, May 24th, 2024 to be specific, Jupiter's moving into Gemini. So all my Gemini friends, whatever Gemini-ness you have, it's going to be expanded even more, but hopefully from a very, very positive way. Again, Jupiter is really oriented towards helping your soul align to its highest purpose. So Jupiter in Gemini, Gemini is about learning. Gemini is about communicating, being curious, open-minded, almost childlike about, oh, wow, let me learn about this, let me learn about that. What is interesting to me? How, who can I speak to? Having conversations that, expand my understanding, my knowledge base, my worldview. Um, Gemini is also a very kind of high energy sign because it's a mutable air sign. So wherever you have in that part of your chart may have a boost of extra energy, maybe extra mental energy, the ability to think things through. But sometimes that could go to the extreme to excess, right? So you want to be careful about having grounding practices to get you out of just the overthinking and the spinning and the too many ideas. Bring yourself back down, know how to calm your nervous system as a counterbalance to all of that big Gemini energy, which is going to hit. We have a really interesting conjunction in the world, which I'm really waiting for. I'm thinking this is going to be great. Jupiter and Uranus are connecting with each other this year. They're going to be loosely conjunct within about 3 degrees from March 30th through May 7th. So Jupiter, again, expansion, abundance, soul level stuff, optimism, possibility. Uranus is sudden, unexpected kind of flashes of insight, flashes of, oh, wow, maybe I want to do this and change this. Maybe someone new comes into your life. Maybe some new opportunity presents itself that you weren't counting on and planning and working towards. It just suddenly appears and you have this revelation and it's like, whoa. And Jupiter, Uranus together really to me feel like sudden good luck opportunities, right? This is like fate or good, the wheel of fortune knocking at your door and saying, hey, look what I spun on the wheel and look at where it landed. What are you going to do with this now? And Uranus wants us to make changes that bring us more freedom and more alignment and attunement with what's authentic to us, right, as individuals. And Jupiter blesses that endeavor. So I would really look at where that's happening in your chart and be open to surprises. Excuse me, be open to new opportunities that maybe you hadn't considered, but can turn out to be really fortunate for you. Saturn is going to be in Pisces the entire year this year. I have another video that I did specifically about Saturn and Pisces. I can link it so that you can find it and learn more about that. But Saturn is about taking things seriously, having a plan, working hard towards it, creating a structure and a foundation to build something over the long term. And Pisces is very much about your spiritual practice. How do we disconnect from all the doing, rushing around, day-to-day stuff, and really create time and space that feels more sacred, more holy, where we're doing soul work, where we're connecting to our intuition, where we're connecting to transcendence, to God, whatever that is for you. And I like Saturn and Pisces energy as a real time to create a structured spiritual practice in your life. I know we're at the beginning of the year and resolution, and we all have that, oh, I don't want to fail. Saturn has that too. I don't want to fail. I only want to succeed. Saturn's also very slow and steady. It's not about, racing towards the finish. It's about step by step, putting one step in front of the other. What can I do? What is the next smallest step I can take that would support and strengthen my spiritual practices, my faith, my surrender, my imagination, my intuition? So I encourage you to work on that for yourself. The eclipses this year are in Libra and Aries. So the South Node is in Libra. The South Node wants to help you see old patterns so that you can break unhealthy patterns and also benefit from what's easy for you that you already know that you could put to use, maybe that you've been underusing. The North Node is where we have some real growth to do and learning, and it feels uncomfortable, but important and necessary. And that's in Aries. And Aries is about autonomy, independence, knowing your own will, knowing how to be very direct and straightforward and stand up for what you want and need. So it's about establishing boundaries. It's about establishing and setting goals and then really being in action around that. It's a very action-oriented, fiery energy. So it also has some work to do around anger, around violence. So in the world itself, the North Node in the whole world is trying to teach us something about anger and violence and the appropriate use of our will versus others, and how this whole balance between Aries and Libra is really having us look at ourselves and others, right? How do we do this dance of relationship, where we're not giving everything away and losing ourselves, but where we're not so selfish and self-centered that we harm and hurt others? So we have some learning to do around that. And again, wherever you have Aries and Libra in your chart, those houses oppose each other. What planets are there? What else is happening there for you? If you have your North Node in Aries, you're going to have a nodal return this year, which happens every 18 and a half, 37 years, 50, do the math, 56 approximately years. If you're any of those ages, you're going to be at a nodal return. Whatever houses those are playing out in, it's asking you to look at your needs and the relationships that you're in, those relationships needs, vis-a-vis that part of your life, whether it's home and career, whether it's, your spiritual taking a break and your day-to-day work. Again, you can look at your chart and figure out where that is. I think that's enough for now. Those are just some brief kind of overview glimpses that gives you a lot to work with. I am here for you. Reach out as you need if you want to schedule a beginning of the year check-in, if you want to do your solar return for the year and say, take a look at where that, what's playing out for you individually. I love doing that work with you. Also check out my 2024 tarot video. I talk about the number 8, that it's an 8-year, and all of the significance of what that represents, and some really important kind of coaching reflection questions for you to look at what that means for you. All right. Wishing you and your family a very, very happy, healthy, peaceful, joyful, easy year. Let's grow together.